Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I am streaming. One of these days, I will get a feel for how long it takes to start my stream. Let me see here.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together.
I'm tweeting it. I'm sharing on Discord. Okay. I've shared it around. And my microphone works, and my PNGTuber works. My chat box works. Everything is where it should be. Woohoo! Alright. Good. Get rid of that. Got that, got that. Hope everyone is doing well today. Before I dive into today's stream, I guess I want to thank you for your patience when I canceled the stream on Friday. My robot body just needed a break. A little bit of stiffness going on, but we're doing better today. Always make sure you take care of your body. You only have one. Now, quite excitingly, I got a couple new followers. I don't recall if this one happened on stream or not, but I'm going to replay the notifications just because I think it's fun and I want to celebrate every single new follower I get, especially, you know, when I'm still less than 20 followers. It's every single one is a big deal, so I'm going to play them. So
808_EXE just followed.
808EXE, thanks so much for your follow.
Oh, you broke it just followed.
Oh, you broke it. Thank you so much for your follow. Appreciate it.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Kaishin 1020, I really appreciate you following. And blank 023. Thank you so much for following. That was incredible. I was poking around some other people's Genshin streams, and people just kind of followed me by me just chatting in the chat. Actually, it wasn't Genshin streams, it was, at least one of them was a Reverse 1999 stream that I popped into. That was, I think Kaishin was playing Reverse. Oh yeah, Oh You Broke It was also playing Reverse. And those were fun streams, so I hope you might want to check out Oh You Broke It or Kaishin 1020 if you want to see some other Reverse 1999 streamers. There are so few of us after all. I honestly don't know if I have a shout out feature. What if I just test it out? Let's see if it works. Does that do anything, or do I have to have it set up? Some stuff is just like default set up by Stream Elements, and some stuff isn't. So I'll just type this into chat so it's there. And that way you can see their names in a more permanent fashion and choose to follow them if you would like. Okay. So as you saw in the name of this stream, I want to talk about the Fontaine Archon Quest Act 5 and a little bit of Furina's story quest. I finally finished the Archon Quest Act 5. A long time coming. But it's finally done. Let me adjust my volume here. Oof, tomato dude. Finally have the stream started so I can like give a sigh of relief.
Make yourselves at home. Let's move out. Rest and rebuild. This way. Oz, reveal that. I see everything. Yeah.
There we go. You saw that dodging. Wasn't that incredible?
Everyone hold hands. Allow me. Get with me.
Die, die, die.
I see everything. By royal decree. Billowing surge.
We got this.
Rest and rebuild.
I need these drops so I can build Furina when I get her. And that's not if, that's a when. Two. Got 24 of those so far. How many do I need if I want her to be level 90?
Something on
Just
your
out
mind
of
again?
curiosity.
Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
If I want her to get to level 90, I'm going to need 46. So, okay. I'm actually doing... Wait, is that real? No, wait a second. I'm confused. Hang on a second. So... No, that is right. I'm actually doing really well. 24 of those will get me up to... I can get her up to level 80 that way. So... At least I think so. 20... No, I need 26 to get her to level 80, I think. Right. So I can almost get her to level 80 that way. I don't actually know if Furina is the kind of character you're supposed to 90 or not. I mean, she must be, right? Because doesn't it have to do with HP? I need to actually do research on her kit. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so interesting that I've been saving... I mean, I haven't been saving for Furina for a long time. Technically, a lot of these Primogems that you're seeing up here, a lot of them were saved for Nahida, and I just got super duper lucky. And then I kept saving because I knew that Furina was this ginormous mega meta character, and I loved her character demo, and she intrigued me with her character that I had seen thus far. Like, when her character dropped and everybody was hyping up about her, I was only, like, a little bit into Act 1 of Fontaine. So... let's bring up Character Archive or something. Let's talk about her. So... I believe that's right. Yeah, I was, like, only a little bit into Act 1. When Furina's character dropped. Like, playable character, that is. And, I told this story in, Charged Coins Discord before, but, Furina's character demo dropped, and I made this comment like, oh my god, you guys, like, I love her demo because literally 4 days prior, my husband and I had just been to a Broadway tour production of Hadestown, and it was my husband's very first time seeing like a professional level, super nice musical production. And not to mention it was just an amazing production overall. Hadestown is well beloved by a lot of people in my age range. I already had that main song stuck in my head before I saw the play. And then I saw it and I was like, this is amazing. Oopsie daisy, sorry for bumping the mic. You watch Furina's demo and it's got all sorts of Broadway feel in it. And it just made me feel all those happy feelings from watching Hadestown come back. And I was like, you know, I really hope that Furina might inspire other people to check out musicals and check out theater productions, because I really love that stuff a lot. So that was the first kind of main draw I had to Furina, was the Broadway aesthetic and the theatrics and all that. And then online, everyone was talking about how, oh my gosh, her story is incredible. It's incredible, it's incredible. And I was like, oh no, I need to play it before I get spoiled because people can't stop talking about it. And now I'm that person. Now I'm the person who can't stop talking about it. So that's why I've got spoiler warnings everywhere. In fact, I should, like, pin this. There we go. So now I've got this pinned. And hopefully that will save people from being accidentally spoiled. Maybe. Actually, I'll do another message. Spoiler warning for talk about Fontaine, Archon Quest, Act 5, and Furina Story Quest. You have been warned. And we'll pin that. There we go. A nice and big font. Hopefully no one will miss that. Goodness. Well, I had all these bits and pieces about Furina's story before going in. And it was really interesting to, like, experience all that stuff piecemeal and trying to hold off getting spoiled. And it sucked because, like, I love looking at YouTube, and YouTube has a lot of thumbnails, and people just always loved putting that thumbnail up of Furina looking up and sad, and, oh, there's this character that looks like Furina, but she's not wearing the hat, and is it Furina? Maybe? I don't know. And, like, even though it's not being specific, I still would prefer that I didn't even have a hint of an idea, you know. I wish I could just recreate the experience other people had when they played this Archon quest when it came out 3+ months ago. Because by now, people have already kind of assumed that everyone else has played it, but there's a lot of new players like me who are behind on stuff, so I hope I can save people from being spoiled. But now that I have played it, like I said, I can't hold it in, so I don't know how deeply I'm going to get into stuff, but I want to at least put spoiler warnings everywhere to be super careful. Furina is a character who I want to get her at this point just because I want to protect her. I'm sure I'm not the only person who feels like that. I feel so weird about how she was treated in the Archon quest itself. I feel weird about how Nervilette was like, you know, cornering her and being like, hey, you're in charge. You need to do something about this situation. What are you going to do? I know that there's something you're not telling us, so please tell us about it. And she doesn't. And then, of course, they do the whole court thing. And I was missing the part where I want there to be a moment where Neuvillette apologized to Furina. I'm going to say that right now. I wish that there is a moment where Neuvillette is like, I'm sorry you had to, or, I mean, it would be weird for him to apologize for her having to go through all that stuff, but at the very least, I would like to see Neuvillette say, I'm sorry that I, you know, pressured you like that. But it's weird though, right? Because the prophecy literally required him to corner her. Hello! Oh, you broke it! As you can see from my warnings all over the place, I'm going to be talking about Genshin spoilers from Fontaine Archon Quest 5. So I just want to warn everyone as much as possible so that I don't spoil them. I guess right now I'm in sharing mode. I should also probably play the game a little bit. Oh, I just got Diona up to friendship level 10, so I got her name card. Isn't that cute? Fontaine. Yeah, if you haven't played Genshin, then you don't really have the context for that. Fontaine is the most recent area of Genshin that they added. I stopped playing Genshin, but I'm thinking of downloading it. I'm downloading this free game called Sea of Stars right now. Fun! Yeah, I say it's probably best not to get too overwhelmed with too many games at once, but it can be fun to play new games, so I hope Sea of Stars is lots of fun. Remember the mermaid girl, the blue one? That was controversial. The blue mermaid girl, perhaps you're talking about Kokomi? Maybe? I remember there was controversy around her when she came out. I'm a new Genshin player, so we're kind of in opposite situations where you played a period ago. I started playing Genshin exactly a year ago, pretty much. So maybe half a year after Kokomi came out, I think. No, like more like a year and a half after Kokomi came out. But I did hear about it after the fact, that people were butthurt about the fact that she has negative something or other crit rate and all that. And she can't do damage, etc. It's like, well, the whole point of her kit is to be a super duper healer. Yeah, okay, so you must be in Inazuma. I have. I've actually been really hardcore Genshining for a year. I've been hardcore, that's the word I'll use. I have been hardcore Genshining for a year now, and as a result, I've played all of Mondstadt, I've played all of Liyue, I've played the Chasm Underground, it's not quite at 100%, and then I have played all of Inazuma, including the underground area that they added, Sangonomiya. And then after that, they added Sumeru to the west of Liyue. And I 100%ed that because I'm a nutcase. And then they just released Fontaine as the most new, also known as the newest area, last summer. The desert place, yeah. This desert place was getting added just as I started a year ago, which is so wild to think about. Since you played, they added functionality with the map. If you see on the right hand of the screen, there's a little toggle. I'm using controller, so when I use my right toggle, I can go underground using the map. So if I just scroll over here, and it's like, oh, there's underground areas, I can go like this. So the funny thing about this, Oh You Broke It, is that when the desert first came out, that was not available in this game. So people would see these icons for, like, the Dendroculus, and they know it's on the map, but what they don't realize is that there's literally 5 levels. And it would drive people crazy. So I and other new players got to benefit hugely from the new map situation. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Liyue has... Does Liyue have... No, this is still Sumeru. Liyue does not have areas that are underground, except for the chasm, obviously. And then, oh, the newest area, like, the newest overall nation is Fontaine. The newest area they added was super recently is Chenyu Vale. And that's a part of Liyue, so Liyue got extended. My favorite characters is quite a question to ask because I love many, many of them. When Shenhe got a rerun banner a few months after I started, I literally had just gotten to her special little interlude Archon quest, and it absolutely floored me. I don't know if you got to that point, because it came out after Inazuma was released, I think, history-wise. But Shenhe's character absolutely just blew me away, and I got her, and it turns out that she's supposed to be a cryo support. So I spent the rest of my Genshin time trying to make a team that can use her, basically. Oh, my teapot house! Sorry, I know it's not what you intended to stream today. I'm derailing you. No, I mean, like, gameplay-wise, I just kind of said, oh, I'll be playing patch 4.2 stuff because I just wasn't sure what else I would be doing. The main thing is I want to be able to, like, gab and gab and gab about all of the new Archon quest. Not new. New for me. The fact that I just played the Archon quest Act 5. Hello, Waffles! Spoiler alert, spoiler alert! Except, I think you told me that you did already play the Archon Quest Act 5, so you're probably safe. But as you can see, I have spoiler alerts everywhere. You just finished it! Oh, we both finished it really recently. That's fun. But yeah, Oh You Broke It was asking me about my favorite characters, and I wanted to be like, yep, Shenhe, my queen, my forever, I love her so much. And then probably next would be Nahida. I love Nahida so much. I saved tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Primogems for her. She's the Archon for Sumeru. She's really adorable, as you can see. She has the small model, so she runs like Diona and the other small ones. And what else? Oh, her idle animations are really good. Averna or Broke It. Roger that. Thanks for letting me know. If we can wait long enough, she'll do her idle animation. Yes! She has a swing! Can you even handle it? I know I can't. I like... I really like her personality. I like how she kind of talks as if she talks like she is a really understanding family member or something. She has a lot of warmth to her, but at the same time, she talks about how, oh, she doesn't quite understand why humans feel this way or that way. But it's not out of a, oh, it's so silly that humans are like that. It's more of a, oh, there's still a lot I don't understand. And she is truly, she encapsulates the god of wisdom, not because she's really smart, but because I think she has a lot of curiosity about her, and she holds a lot of reverence for, like, the way that people perceive the world. The way that people perceive the world and reality. Are we talking about the quest or the Archons? I know, we're kind of jumping back and forth. Broke It was asking about my favorite characters, so I go on tangents, you know? It's what I do. And Broke It was also saying that they stopped playing Genshin around Inazuma or so I knew that they hadn't seen Nahida before.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
She's so, like, caring also. I like that about it, too. If you haven't, you might want to check out her character demo. Obviously, it'll probably make you want to download Genshin again, but if you can hold back the urge, watch the demo, because it's very good. I love the music. I guess I'll duck out so I don't get spoiled, but I'll probably forget by the time I play. Yeah, if you're all the way back at Inazuma, you have a ways before you're going to get to Fontaine anyway, so if you're like me, you know, I definitely am kind of more of the goldfish memory type of person, so some stuff will just kind of float through my head and go away. Like, I was able to play Liyue and forget that Zhongli was supposed to be the Archon. I knew that he was important, but I didn't put two and two together about who he really was, so that helped. It's a hangout. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I love giving tips, and I love when chat shares tips. Obviously, like, maybe not backseating if I'm in the middle of solving something unless I actually ask for it, but just, you know, general tips are great for everybody involved. Yeah. Okay. In terms of my impressions about Archon Act 5, I was talking about how I felt about, and let's check out my Serenity Pot in the meantime, how I felt about Furina's situation. Waffles, I feel like Neuvillette should have apologized to Furina for, like, putting so much stress on her and, like, all that stuff. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel so very much like... Real quick, my Serenity Pot is not very well built. I literally just stuffed stuff in here so that I could get it up to the 20,000 Deadpool points or whatever. Let's go inside my house. Furina, obviously everyone agrees that she went through a rough time, right? Did you finish all the Archon quests? I don't know which one is Act 5. Yes, Act 5 is the last one, so that's all of it. Oh, I can cook in my house. I forgot. Well, well, well. I can cook in my house. Broke It, you can have special little things follow you around. This was a free event item. This is another free event item. Very cute. I should unlock more of this. Let's do Fontaine in honor of finishing the Archon quest. Let's do this one. Very nice. I was amazed by how good they were at depicting Furina being this kind of lost person who, like, she showed up one day and this mysterious voice is like, hey, I need you to do this for an indeterminate amount of time. And that's gonna save everybody in Fontaine from being unalived. Yeah, there's a puppy dog you can add. You can catch animals. I think that's something they added in Inazuma. This mysterious voice is like, hey, everyone's gonna die unless you pretend for an indeterminate amount of time, and it's gonna be really rough on you, and you have to pretend for that amount, for an indeterminate amount of time, and not tell anyone about it, so you won't be able to tell anyone about what you're going through. And Furina's like, well, it's me versus, you know, everybody in Fontaine, so I guess I'll do it, because I want to save the lives of all of these people. And then it's just like, it's incredible how much that sucks. There was a clip someone shared on YouTube that has a part from the Archon quest where Neuvillette is learning all of this from the mysterious voice. Even though I said spoiler alert, I'm still gonna hide some names. Neuvillette is learning what really was going on with Furina, and the mysterious voice is like, oh, Furina was you know, wonderful and everything and just perfect. And then I decided to curse her. It's like, you love Furina, but you decided to curse her. That's just great. So, I'm gonna say it right now, hot take. The owner of that mysterious voice, who I'm not gonna say who they are, just because it's like a super, super spoiler. I don't think I can forgive her. Like, even though that's the way she was able to figure out how to save everyone in Fontaine, I'm still so confused about, like, how that was necessary. Like, if the story says that it was necessary, I guess I can trust the story. But it would have been nice if the story actually illustrated for us a little bit more explicitly, like really illustrated for us why it was necessary for Furina to have to go through that. Because they just kind of narrated to us, oh, it was required for Furina to have to go through this in order to save everyone. And they just kind of tell it to us. But they don't really show us the necessity. They just say that there was a necessity, and we're supposed to just accept that. That, yeah, it was necessary, and that's it. It might be behind lore. I know, it's one of those things where, like, do I need to read the manga to figure out, like, how, like, legit that was? I don't think, like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't think Fossilor was lying. I doubt she was. That would be really messed up if so. That'd be unforgivable, if anything. So I really doubt that she would lie. Oh no, I said the word. Just forget what I said, broke it. But yeah, I have feelings about all of that. And it's going to take a while to process all of it. And so I finished the Archon quest, I had all these feelings about it, I'm like, that really sucks. Furina really went through it, and that's rough. And then you play Furina's story quest, and I don't know if you know the Genshin streamer Dish. Her commentary I really agreed with. Or wait, no. Not Dish. No. Different Genshin streamer. E. Just the letter E. E made a video about Furina and mentioned how she wasn't a fan of how, during Furina's story quest, Furina's agency kind of gets stripped away from her a second time after all of that stuff went down. It's like, okay, it's all over and everything's fine and now you're free to, you know, be who you want to be. But during your story quest, we really want you to do this thing. And she kind of gets, oh, okay, you haven't done the story quest. Tell me what you think. I feel like there might be something about it that I'm not picking up on. But my initial reaction was kind of, man, it would be nice if Furina could actually make her own decisions and the world would be like, okay, that's okay then. That's your decision and that's cool. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, maybe. I don't know. The way that stories are written in China might be different than how the stories are written here. They bully her more in her own story quest. Like, it's not bullying, but if you step back and look at the situation, it's like, oh, Furina said, I don't want to do such and such. And then you get to the end of the story quest, and it's like, well, she ended up having to do such and such. It's like, man. The whole point, like the Archon quest, at the end of it, she finally got to be released from that thing she was having to deal with. So it's just really rough. But I think there's more to it than that initial takeaway. Wait, important question. Gnosis. I mean, we know that... Well, yeah, I don't know anything about the Gnosis situation. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I mean, it's the same thing as the last few nations, right? Literally every single Archon, except for Venti, has basically given them away.
What
So-
you say is true.
I'm
You have to
pretty
see the
sure
world
we
for
are
yourself
always
to
going to be
appreciate
losing
how
them. That's just
beautiful
what
is.
it is, because clearly these Archons do not give a crap about them. Because, like, the bad guys have to get all the no-sees so they can put them all together and make an evil Captain Planet, right? Like, that's clearly what's gonna happen. Natlan, though, yeah. I mean, I do kind of take that back. In a way, we don't... Like, we know from Genshin's story writing that we can never really expect what's gonna happen. That's what I've learned from Genshin writing, is never expect anything, because it's never expected. That was a very lazy tour of my Serenity Pot. Ta-da! I'm gonna head on to Fontaine Land instead, because there really wasn't much to check out in my Serenity Pot. I really hope we get told about Natlan stuff later. Not later. Sooner rather than later, I should be saying. I am waiting to get any kind of information. What do you think about Abyss Mentor for Child? Right. I assume you're talking about Skirk. That was just like, I can't follow any of this. What's going on? I thought I could, like, do more here if I finished the Archon quest, but I guess not. Yeah, I just don't know what names I can say. Yeah, thank you. I feel like Skirk I heard online in some official capacity. But, like, Skirk is a name that you only hear in that context. And it doesn't really mean much to the player at that point, so I feel like it's okay to say that name. Whereas the mysterious voice name is a name that you hear before that point. So you're associating it with stuff. Lore-wise, you see her name. Oh, really? Where do we see Skirk's name in the game? That was the first time I'd ever run across it in the game, to my memory. Wait a second. Has this person always been here? It's that guy's wife. Hold on. What is up? And I didn't press any button to talk to her. I just walked up to her and suddenly we're talking. Most people knew about her from the trailer, so I'm guessing it's in lore. Yeah, like, it felt like everyone just knew her name randomly. It's like, what? Where do you know about this? Okay. Oh, it's you. I heard that no-good husband of mine has a little spot around here, so I figured I'd drop by and check up on him. But look what I found. Aww. Aww. He actually keeps the photo with him. Ha! Uncle Rocher cares deeply about you, madame. We've had our suspicions on you, and Uncle Rocher was the sole voice of dissent. He alone assures that you could never have committed the crime. We were wondering where he found the confidence to stand up to us. Probably used up every last ounce of masculinity he had in him. Oh my gosh. Oh, really? Yeah. And didn't he tell you that he lost your locket in gambling? That's not true. He was merely too ashamed to tell the truth. Oh, that. I heard that story a long time ago, but I never believed it. Eh? My husband is many things. He may be timorous, somewhat cowardly, and a bit awkward, but he's also a salt-of-the-earth individual. He could be bamboozled, but he's no degenerate gambler. I didn't call him out because I was waiting for him to tell me the truth of his own accord. Wow, how nice of you. If only we could find him right now. Shush, look over there. I'm 100% certain that he's hiding in that box. What? Where? Is he in that box back there? Huh? It's an old habit of his. Whenever we'd get into a tiff, he'd go and hide in the nearest closet, and I think he thought I didn't know. Do you want us to fetch him for you? No need to inconvenience yourself. Let's see how long he can hold out in there. Right. There's one other thing I could use your help with. If you ever run into Curve and Agent Teleshard, please tell them the following. I tidied up a few of the rooms, so they're welcome here anytime. Of course, the House of Lombroso is also open to the two of you. But, Traveler... Alright, we get it, madame. Okay. Then we'll get out of your hair. Paimon does hope Uncle Rocher will come out soon. Have a nice day. Thank you, and best wishes to you too. May you find the answers to all your questions. Well, I'm glad I came over here before too much time had passed since I did this quest. Otherwise I'd be like, who the heck are you? Oh, yeah. This is the box. Shh. Oh, buddy. Silly man. Okay. Now, I keep going past this world quest here. I wonder if it's time that I actually pick it up, because I really did catch up on pretty much all of the relevant Fontaine quests. This one is... Oh, no, I'll do this. I'll finish this one first. And then we'll come over and do this one. So this is one that I think I picked up... you just walk over to the guy's house to start it? So in the Archon quest, were you surprised by how much death happened? That's a good way of wording that question, Waffles. Oh my gosh, that's so smart. I guess, to be honest, I was not surprised because I know what Fontaine looks like, and I know that there probably wouldn't be much of a change between what it looks like now and what it looks like afterward. That was my impression. I feel like it was a little bit... So I have two comments on that. One, if that really happened in real life, there still would be more death, actually, than what happened. Because
Not sure what to do next.
Floods
How about I
are
take you
terrible. Floods are awful. Even without magic involved, floods are awful. So that's one thing. Second thing is, how much does it suck that the whole water magic thing, I don't know how to phrase this without talking about it too openly. How much does it suck that the whole water magic thing was there in Fontaine, the primordial ocean, the primordial waters and everything? That was an issue for how long? And like, Fontaine had to wait how many years for enough stuff to be stuffed so that they could actually make something or save Fontaine? Like, obviously the point was to save Fontaine from the disaster. It just really, really sucks that you only get saved if you survive until the disaster. You know what I mean? Best way to figure out how long ago it was. Just say 500 years ago, because that's when the Big Bang and the Genshin happened. Exactly. If I say 500 years ago, everyone... Sorry, I'm popping in and out. Ignore me. No problem. You know, 500 years ago to now, if the primordial waters decides that you're gonna die for some reason or another, I'm not gonna say any specifics, you're crap out of luck. If you survive until the disaster happens in Fontaine, you're stressing out because you know that the disaster is coming and your Archon is sitting there and you don't know what's happening, and it's like, what are we gonna do? What a ridiculous situation. I think Celestia sucks. I think the mysterious person sucks. And everything sucks. This is where my anarchist hat comes out. And I'm like, everyone's talking about how, oh, Furina had to go through that. I'm like, well, I'm an anarchist and I think gods suck. And I think rulers suck. Don't worry, magic pockets were handed out. Infinite water holding. So... You're correct. I forgot about the magic pocket thing. I literally, you know, Fontaine was released last summer, and you're kind of forced to start it.
Two heads are better than one.
And I also just couldn't help myself, so I like unlocked Fontaine, and then you pretty much are forced to talk to Linny, and Linny talks about the magic pockets. So I heard about the magic pockets like last August, and I haven't talked or heard about them since. So of course I totally forgot about those. And also, I can't remember what they do. So I'm gonna look that up right now. Like, is it infinite holding for all your belongings? So it's infinite belongings. So that's good. That still isn't going to save people from, say, like, drowning in water. Because if you're a person, you just drown in water. That's a thing that happens to people. Unless people in Fontaine are all really good swimmers. I don't know. I can't believe, I don't think it's possible. Like, obviously, I'm willing to go along with the idea that a lot of people were saved. I'm not convinced that everyone was saved. I still think that a flood is a really bad situation to have to go through. Oh, Pip, who's this? Is Benoit not home? How should I know? Either way, it's real weird subscribing to a paper and not collecting it. Whenever I delivered here, he would always at least reply, but recently I haven't seen hide nor hair of him at all. The copies of the Steenbird I've left here have already piled up. You know him, do you? Yep, that's right. We're good friends of his. So I don't know if you've done this quest, Waffles. I just ran into this elderly gentleman here who wanted some help cleaning up outside his house, and then his daughter and son-in-law came by and told us, don't come by here anymore. And it was weird and awkward, and it was quite sus. Good friends? Whatever. What? What do you mean, whatever? Like, he kind of doubts us random people are good friends, or does he know something that we don't? How about I give you the papers and you pass them along when you see him? Okay, he does believe us. Sure, leave them with us. That's that then. I did my best to deliver them. Don't you turn around and say I didn't. I've got other things to do. Navia listing out the losses for the flood to me felt like it was quite low, and I wouldn't be so sad. I don't know, though. Yeah, yeah. I might be blowing it out of proportion. I don't know. That said, we haven't seen him recently either. You too? Seriously, what's he been so busy with recently? Could he have gone back to his old home? I haven't heard anything about that, though. Old home? That's right, his old place over in the Fleuve Cendre. Wait, so that's where he used to live? Wait, you didn't know that he moved here from down there? Are you really his friends? Whatever, forget it. No need to explain. I don't care what your relationship is. Just get the newspapers to him and I'll be grateful. Okay, here you go. I'm off. That guy was kind of moody. It feels like there's a lot we don't understand about Benoit. Do you think this might have something to do with what we're investigating? It's probably related. All right then. Next up, let's check around his house a bit. Maybe we'll learn a bit more about him. That said, we can't make too much noise or we'll alert that couple. The couple we're talking about is the daughter and son-in-law. We're starting to, like, suspect that maybe they're not even actually his daughter and son-in-law. We're not sure. Alright, we're gonna investigate around the house. I'm always used to switching to Kokomi so I can clean things. Hello, kitty. Good kitty. Are the belongings gone? They're still there. Slick, oily sensation that you're sure had to have been left by a candle. Who lingered here with a candle in hand and for what purpose? Maybe they were snooping around at night? You've seen these boxes near Benoit's house before. Judging by the traces left in the layer of dust covering them, they were opened quite recently. So that's new. Before, when I checked out these boxes, it didn't say that. Up close, a rank smell of fish and dampness assaults your nostrils. But when you passed by before, the boxes hadn't been moved. Where did the smell come from? Ugh, this stinks like a sewer. This stuff didn't smell like this when we came around a few days back. Didn't Benoit say you only use these to store old furniture and stuff? Where'd this horrible stench come from then? Did some new stuff get dumped here? There's a piece of paper sticking out. Let's take a look. Fire, saw, candles, rope. This receipt's been torn up. Only half of it is left. Huh. Bracari's General Store. We've seen that name somewhere, haven't we? Okay. That box looks completely out of place, and it stinks. I suspect it was brought here from the Flusandra. Meaning that someone from Benoit's family went there recently, and he was from there himself, wasn't he? All the clues we've got have to do with that place, Traveler. We'll probably get more useful information there. Let's go then. Off to the Flusandra! What do you think about Arlecchino's plan? Oh, what do you think Arlecchino's plan is? The other Harbingers mention she's extremely evil and would betray them, but she hasn't really done anything to us and helped around in Fontaine. Or is it just because she has to be in friendly terms with us to be playable? Yeah. Like, all I can say to that comment is, yeah, right? Like, I'm pretty much thinking the same thing as you. Where it's like, she can't be all the way evil, because then her being playable doesn't quite work. With Tartaglia, it was like, you know, he did the bad, but, wait.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago, so I don't know in what order things happened. Did they... I mean, they always release a character's story quest. Kokomi, you talk a lot. They always release the character quest when they release the character, so I assume that Archon quest happenings with Child happened first, and then he had his banner in the story quest with his brother.
You have to see the world
and then you
for
see
yourself
the
to
good side of him.
appreciate how beautiful
And then
it
Wanderer
is.
had a similar situation. So... Oh my gosh! We're gonna get an Arlecchino story quest! This is gonna be so interesting. Clearly she's not as evil as we feared she would be. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, she even like... I mean, you could definitely see it as a kind of HR move to help out Fontaine in a time of need. Like, it's a super easy, like, oh, we're gonna help you out and you owe us something kind of situation. For being the fourth, she is 100% hiding something. Yeah. Like, it seems like the kind of thing where, like, maybe she's hiding knowledge about a thing. But if she's going to be a player character, I can't imagine her, like, backstabbing us at a later date. That just doesn't seem like it would happen. Because who is, like, I don't know. These gacha games tend to want you to like the character so that you'll spend money on them, you know what I mean? So, I just can't see them doing the backstabby route. That's exciting. Oh wait, no. I read your messages out of order. She's an interesting character, that's what I will say. Oh, I know something that I wanted to say. Here, I'll have this in the background for some nice background stuff happening. And also, this mech is walking by, which is relevant to what I was going to say. If you've seen the Furina story teaser, it's a really, really interesting story teaser. It's all narrated by Furina. And she's talking about all these vague things, and she's being mysterious, and talking about what's real and what's not. Very cool in general. When you get to the end of that story teaser, there's a shot of her embracing a mecha dog. And when I saw that story teaser, I was like, who's that mecha dog? Like, what's going on with that? And also her narration is like, man, at this point, I wanna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be super streamer and actually play it. I'll turn the volume down on this. Yeah. Okay, now it's down to 0. I'm gonna be so hip and cool switching between scenes. Hang on a second. I'm gonna be smart. Okay. Furina story teaser. Okay. Now, let me see. Can I, like, preview? I can't preview it? I just right-clicked it and it changed over. Whatever. New scene! Oh my gosh! Incredible. This is what I used to stream some Mahjong last week. But, let me see here. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Tell me what the volume is like.
Opera walks the line between truth and fiction.
Hopefully this sounds okay.
For though the story is fictional, as far as characters are
I also
concerned,
have questions about
their fate is
Furina's
fair.
hair. Like, she has long hair mode and short hair mode. And did we see her in short hair mode at any point before the end of the Archon quest? That's my question right now. She was always
Nobody
with
can
long
know for
hair.
sure. After all, nothing is easier to fool than the senses. We know only one thing for certain.
So
that
that's
the
what she looks
prophecy
like
is
normally.
true. Because
with
in
the-
this show, the prophecy is a part
Her
of
left
all
eye
characters'
is the blue with the white sliver, or light blue
Don't believe
sliver.
me?
And her
So, you
right
still
eye
haven't
is the
noticed that I'm not
kind
even
of
speaking to you.
light blue,
This is just a
gray
recording
eye
playing
with a
in your
dark
head.
iris. So
Now, do you see?
we're getting to the point the part I'm
prophecy
talking
has
about.
come true, and everything has been lost to the great flood.
And then she comes in to the camera like she's coming close to us. And then she says, "And you are the only one I have left." This part right here. This is the part. Who the heck is this mecha dog? And like, where did this plot thing go? This is a plot thing, right? This isn't just, like, they wouldn't put this in the trailer and then, oops, we forgot about it. Yeah, it reminds me of that one dog we meet in the World Quest. Right, like, that's the first thing that comes to mind for me, too, is that this is, oh no, what's his name? This is the mecha dog who is a part of the Narcissenkreuze Ordo World Quest. So, like, I mean, is this... It frustrates me to think that this is only in the trailer to drive home the fact that all living things have been erased from Fontaine and only mecha are left, and that's all this is really here to illustrate. I want it to be more than that, because Furina's words here is, "You are the only one I have left." And she's talking to one specific mech dog, you know what I mean? Then who's watching the video? I know, when it pulls back, it's like, who's watching this? At this point, like, if I'm looking at this from a film nerd perspective, we are the camera from the beginning until this moment. This is the last moment where it's us. And now the camera,
Anyone I have left.
or we find out that we are actually this dog. This whole time we have been this mecha dog, and the mecha dog was filming Furina and looking at Furina. Like, yeah, like maybe she was recording something using the mecha dog.
So, while fate may seem like it's playing cruel jokes on you,
We pull back. This is clearly not a person who is the camera. This is a camera for us, the audience,
only fate will not deceive you.
to see what has happened.
Unless you
And then something I completely missed the first time I saw this teaser
can first deceive
is her eyes.
fate itself.
I completely missed that she looks at us in this final shot when she says fate itself. So that's just a little tiny detail, but I'm mad that I missed it, because the fact that she breaks out of like, we assume that we are still in this kind of a situation where the camera is just here for us, the viewer, the audience. You know, us actual real human beings sitting in front of our computers or holding our phone and watching this teaser. And we assume that it's continuing here, that we are just
First
our real
deceive
selves watching this.
fate itself.
And then Furina looks at us, me, ShinyBot. She's looking at me, ShinyBotTV. And it's breaking the fourth wall, right? So, man, I could go on and on about film theory and theater production, blah, 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 blah. This is a really good story teaser. I still wish that I understood what Furina was saying. Like, the scene itself is what it is. But the fact that Furina says, oh, you were the only one I have left, what does she mean by that? What does it mean? Anyway, thank you for putting up with that. Putting up with a little bit of a tangent. Sound return. Because it really left a real impact on me. And I assumed that there was something different going on, I guess. I don't know what I assumed it was, but I thought it was something. Whee! Wizard. Let's just look at all the trailers for characters for stream. Do one of those, I'm gonna react to every single story teaser. I mean, they get the clicks, I cannot lie. At least that's what they seem to. I know that I love watching people watch them. That one I just had a lot to say about. I don't think I'm gonna have something to say about every single one, though. And I think, in general, when you're making content for Twitch and YouTube, you're gonna have better stuff. You're gonna make better stuff if you, make something that you actually have something to say about, or you're passionate about it. And man, am I passionate about Furina. Okay. Look for the objective in this area. Benoit! Hello. Hey there, friend. Want to change your life? Is this turning into a Hamilton reference? Speaking of musicals, what are you talking about? You might find this hard to imagine, but many people in this world would love a chance to restart their lives. But a little change to one's appearance can have the difficulty. And that's my specialty, see? Hang on a second. I gotta... After doing all of that, now all my stuff is in a weird position. After just switching to YouTube, that alone made everything completely miscombobulated. There's a bright future ahead for this sort of research. You look like the sort of person with an eye for future, so would you consider sponsoring me? I'm a proper engineer from the Fontaine Research Institute, you know? Well, I was anyway. That sounds suspicious. Alright, alright. Yeah, it really does seem like I've got no talent for pulling in investors. But I really was an engineer at the Institute once, and it was my goal to use machines to pursue the apex of aesthetics. But an accident happened, resulting in some damage to one of my colleagues' appearance. Oh no! That's terrible! And when I returned from my stint at the Fortress of Meripede... Wait. Why did you have a stint at the Fortress of Meripede after the accident? Were you involved? I started living here. They told me that Flusandra was a bit of a gray area and that I might be able to secure some funding here. But it turns out that's not the case at all. Spina de Rusula watches everyone here like hawks, you see. Uh-huh. What's your story? Interesting. Have you seen the, like, Genshin storyline trailer showing all the nations and the order? Yep, I saw that one too. So I know Natlan exists, and Shinoznaya, well, obviously, if Shinoznaya. I noticed the time. It is about time for me to take a 5-minute break, and it's about time for you to take a 5-minute break. My dear viewers, I hope you get up and stretch, maybe get something to drink, maybe use the restroom, see what kind of needs you have, and see if you can communicate those needs and have them fulfilled. I will be back in 5 minutes. And we'll continue on with this 4.2 quest thingy here. That's what it is, a quest thingy. Be right back! I'm back. Wait, I'm back? Hello, hello? Why did my PNGTuber decide to stop working? That's so weird. And in the middle there, I swear my mute undid itself also. Something weird happened. Oh well. Okay. That's annoying, you can't remember your login. I've never had to try to recover a password from Genshin before, so otherwise I would give you some tips. I was not sitting properly the first half of stream. I don't feel bad, like I don't feel any pain from it, but I'm gonna make sure I'm sitting properly for the second half at least. I want some juice. I wish the mute button on my microphone wasn't so, like, loud. I wish it was a little bit more silent. All we know is that Benoit Leroy used to live in Flusandra. We had some clues to help us narrow things down. Ask around. I just started, but okay. Wait, Bracari sounds really familiar. Perhaps I should grill a few more cookies for the children, or perhaps that boule of fruit cake from the last time. That was pretty good. Wait. Oh, what can you tell me about this receipt? Hello, little girl. Oh my gosh, this girl is just like, hi! Okay, bye! That's actually so realistic for how kids act. A recent sale of pliers, saws, and candles. Well, now, that's a strange question. If you want ingredients for snacks, I've got them aplenty, but these things are difficult to move, darling. I haven't got many in stock. We don't want to buy this stuff, ma'am. We're just asking if someone else came to purchase them from you recently. That kid moved Paimon really far away. Okay. This is fine. We don't want to buy this stuff. Oh, well, let me think then. Yes, I remember some people indeed. It was two youngsters, a man and a woman. They bought the items several days ago. You're back! You're back! Are you gonna push Paimon again? Yep. Look at her. Oh no, now she's stuck! Okay. It was two youngsters, a man and a woman. Do you call... I wouldn't call them youngsters. Even if I was a grandma, I wouldn't call them youngsters, but okay. They bought the items several days ago. They said that they wanted to do some woodwork at home, but needed some tools. Is something the matter? Oh, no. We're just doing a socioeconomic survey. A socioeconomic survey, you say? You're here looking for information on them, aren't you? This happens all too often, little one. No need to try so hard to make excuses. Little girl, please go away. We are in the middle of talking. Thank you very much. The two of them went to Benoit Leroy's old house, if that's what you're asking. Could you tell me anything about Benoit? Dang, these young 50-year-olds. Oh no, am I muted still? No. Okay. Oh, I got so scared for a second. I'm glad that I have this set up so I can see if my microphone is happening, if that makes sense. I have my microphone levels showing while I am streaming so that I can know in an instant if you are actually hearing me. Could you tell me anything about Benoit? So that's what you're here for, and the little girl's back. Well, that's no surprise. Once you've reached a certain age, your past will catch up to you. It matters not where you move to. Do you know anything about all this, ma'am? Me? Well, I wasn't very close to Benoit. If you'd like to know about his family, you should look for Snodgrass? Snodgrass? Okay, I'm gonna do the American pronunciation, like a really, my brain isn't working very well right now, but I'm gonna do my best. Snodgrass. There's no way that's pronounced Snodgrass. Let me look it up. I gotta know. Snodgrass. Uh-huh. It's a family name said to originate from Scotland. How do you pronounce it? How to pronounce name Snodgrass. Oh, you're gonna be able to hear it too. Here's how you pronounce it.
Snodgrass.
Are you serious? Really? Really?
Snodgrass.
Huh. Okay. I'm assuming you guys can hear that too. Go on then. Snodgrass is a right layabout. Hello, little girl. When will you tire of your antics? You should be able to find him loitering about nearby. Okay. It's not you. It's you! Ugh, so boring. I don't want to work. When am I gonna get rich? Same. Hard same. Tell me about Benoit Leroy. Leroy? Huh. I've heard that name before. Give me a moment. Right, I got it. Benoit Leroy owned a stall that sold all kind of stuff. Also, who are you? And why are you asking after this kind of stuff? Actually, his situation's a bit complicated. Also, this girl keeps running around. Wait, has he done something wrong? Oh, right, I get you now. But, I gotta ask real quick. You guys from the Spina di Rosula or the Maison Gardiennage? You have the right to remain silent. No, screw that! Hey, cab! Anything you can... Never talk to a cop, you guys. Even if they ask you a question, just be like, I don't want to discuss my day. It's the #1 thing that any lawyer will tell you. Wow, you're really good at this, traveler. Alright, I get it. I want to ask no more questions. Well, not like he made an honest fortune or nothing in it. Uh-oh, wait, what kind of accent is he supposed to have? Oh no, you don't want me to do an accent. Fontain's got a lot of laws. He's probably broken quite a few. Anyway, officer, you've come to the right fella. Let me tell you, I know all about Benoit. Nobody knows him better. There's not much that scoundrel Benoit wouldn't stoop to. I'm old enough to get married. So he should be an old fogey by now, huh? Anyway, I remember that his daughter, Autumn, was a real beauty. Shame he never let any of us talk to her. Autumn? That's right, Autumn Leroy, his adopted daughter. So he does have a daughter. Just think about it. He was just a fella selling flotsam and jetsam, making a little more here and there. How did he suddenly get rich enough to move up to the surface so fast, huh? How else but by using his daughter, of course. Poor, pretty little thing. Forced her to marry some rich old coot he did. And what do you know? That rich old fart kicked the bucket after just a few years, leaving his house to her, and what's hers is Benoit's. All in all, a pretty quick way to win a life up there, if you catch my drift. He's alive! Tisk. Why did he get to be the one to get rich overnight? I mean, what an old bloodsucker, am I right? Wow. Okay, I'll walk away next time I steal from a store. I mean... If a person is gonna steal from a store, what else are they gonna do? What a weird thing to say. Wait, did something like that actually happen? Let's press him further. So, officer... Oh, so he literally thinks I'm a cop! So, officer, was that what you wanted to ask about? I mean, if this stuff's useful to you, you could say that I've contributed to Fontaine's security, yeah? And wouldn't you say that the Maison might want to reward a productive, outstanding citizen such as myself? That'll depend on what else you've got to share. Tell us more. You have to go. Have a great day, though. You too! Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. It was nice to talk about the Archon quest with you. See you around. Oh, I've got lots. I mean, this is the Flu Sandra. No one gets a good night's sleep around here without having a few other people's secrets in their keeping. Now, Autumn's second husband, oh yeah, she married right quick, she did. Lived a bit further off, so we didn't hear from her for ages. The next time we heard a peep from her, well, she'd done that. And what's that? Wait, you don't know, officer? She murdered her second husband. Got hauled off to the fortress of Meripede for her trouble, too. You're investigating Benoit, and you didn't even know that? I wish I could go back to check what what was said in the last thing. I got confused. Sorry, Captain Traveler, this won't happen again. Now, okay, I was just getting to that. Now, I heard this from someone else myself, but rumor has it that Autumn asked for her father to take the stand at her trial, but he refused. Now, Benoit was unmarried and she was his only kid. Right, and if I recall, even though she was adopted, her parents were related to him by blood. I'm so distracted right now. I need to back up and find this. I swear Genshin needs to have a log feature. Which quest am I in right now? Okay, I'm looking. Oh wait, I need to look this up using a different browser. Thank you for being patient, my audience. That's not quite right. That's not quite right either. And neither is that. Maybe... yeah, there we go. And then I'll just leave the chat thing where it is. Whatever. So we did that already. Okay, this is the one we're doing. Snodgrass. Doot 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 doot. Autumn's second husband. I'm so confused about all of this because, like, Benoit is surely he's still alive. The ritual fart kicked the bucket after a few years, leaving his house to her. Huh. I'm super not following this very well. I'm really bad at crime stories, at following, like, rumors and stuff like that. It just gets me so confused. Autumn's second husband. Lived a bit further off, didn't hear from her for ages. Next time we heard a peep from her, she had murdered the second husband, got hauled off to the fortress of Meripede for her trouble. Autumn asked her father to take the stand at her trial, but he refused. I'm trying not to scroll down too much. Oops. Sorry, this is so scuffed. She was his only kid. Right, and if I recall, even though she was adopted, her parents were related to him by blood. Oh. So he adopted a kid in his family? Either way, since her one and only father didn't take the witness stand at her trial, naturally she didn't have a chance. She was packed straight off to the fortress. Now, as to whether he did it just so he could take the house for himself, or if he had some kind of disagreement with the girl, I'm not going to guess too much. So, like, in his story, he was like, Benoit died and she got the house. But then, now at this point in the story, she's asking Benoit to go on the stand for her. So when did this happen and when did that happen? I'm so confused. He usually puts on a friendly show, though, eh? I remember he always used to give out snacks. Who would have guessed that he was so cold-blooded? Huh. You know, officer, you haven't so much as frowned this whole time. Now, I thought I was a cold fish, but are you sure you don't have ice in your veins? It's a matter of professionalism. And ain't that worth respect? Now then, officers, what's the story behind Benoit's crimes? How serious are they? No comment. Ha, that bad, huh? Well, what about his house? Will it be confiscated? Perhaps. Huh, I knew it. Rats might scurry up to the surface, but a rat's still a rat. Thanks, officers, for making my day. I look forward to meeting you all again down here in the Fleuve Cendre. Paimon's feeling a bit conflicted about this. And that girl keeps running past us. Benoit made a really good impression at first. We only heard one side of the tale from a random person. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's true, but Paimon doesn't think we can keep trusting Benoit like before. I think that's also true. I think both can be true at the same time. Ugh, Paimon hates this feeling. I kind of do too. It's life is complicated and weird. Still, it's a good thing Paimon can always trust you. Anyway, this sure is a lot of food for thought. Paimon feels kind of queasy about it all. Let's get out of the Fleuve Cendre as quick as we can. Let's go then. Time to get some sun in our skin. Okay. Is there anything else fun to do down here? I can cook. I don't think I have anything to cook, though. I can make one more of these. Oh yeah, do you sell anything? Alright. Why am I facing away? What do you sell here? Oh, that's right. Okay.
Am I imagining things? Or is all this standing making me dizzy?
Do. As I've said before many times, the music in Fontaine is so pretty.
Underground is way more fun than I thought.
The Fleuve Cendre area just doesn't smell nice. It's not quite like upstairs, where the air is the furthest thing from foul. How was it? Did you have fun strolling around the Fleuve Cendre? I'm sure you had a good time talking to Snodgrass. You were following us? How long have you been tailing us? I have no interest in banning words with children. Even if you were to go home and tattle to your parents, I doubt they'd believe you. A word of advice. Sometimes what you see or hear is neither real nor true. When it comes to people's affairs, don't insist on meddling until you've got the full picture. I mean, sure. By the way, Pip said that our newspapers are in your possession. I'd like you to return them, thank you. Little choice but to give the newspapers to Athos. He gives you a cold look before swiftly turning and departing. Paimon's got a bad feeling about that guy. Ditto. This is so annoying. It feels like we've discovered something, but we can't put the pieces together. And Paimon's kind of confused now. Benoit's a good person who's in danger, so we should be helping him. That's what's going on, right? I mean, these are all the same. We need to observe more carefully. Really? Will that be okay? Paimon's assumptions have been overturned so many times these past few days that she's all out of brain juice. You sure are calm about all this. If Paimon was a bit on the stupid side, you wouldn't hold it against Paimon, would you? You're not stupid, Paimon. Really? Well, if even you say so, then it's gotta be true. You know, when you think about it like that, maybe Paimon's actually pretty smart. It's just that she didn't grasp the whole situation at first. Yeah, it's gotta be that. Well then, time for Paimon to put her brilliant little brain to work and figure out what we should do next. Have we accidentally alerted them that we're onto them? If so, maybe we should just observe Benoit's house and see if there are any new developments, right? That's all we can do for now. Alrighty then, let's return later. Whoa. Whoa, look at the reflection. That's so weird. Why is it reflecting off the ground from over here? I feel like the reflections in the video game might be confused or something.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
That's so weird. I want to play with it. Okay, and then I think it will pop up the next part of that quest on the daily reset. And sturf. Woohoo! Another bit of that done. Now what to do? I told myself I wouldn't do this boss more than once a day, just so I don't get burnt out. But that's fine, I think, because, like I said, I already almost have enough to get Furina most of the way up to max level. All right. Man, even though I've adjusted how I stream when I sit here in my chair, I still get really hot sitting here, and it's only gonna get hotter as the season moves along. It's just how it is. If you have any tips for staying cool while streaming, definitely send them on over to me. It's the start of the week, so I might as well do these things here. Euphrasie, or Euphrasie. Alright, I should be able to get the next reputation level this before the end of the next week, I guess. Do those, then I'll do bounties on other days. I turned my AC to like 65. I guess it is time to set up the AC. Where I live, we don't really need the AC that much, but with climate change happening, maybe I should get it set up earlier. You can get desk fans. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll shop around for one of those. That's actually really smart. Let me help you. Rainbow roses. Nice. What I'd really like to get is something to put on my back, in between my back and the back of the chair. That would help me stay cool also. A USB plug-in fan. That's cool.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
Next. Okay. These are the Sumeru wings, by the way. I really like them. It's got a nice deep green. Oh yeah, I could do some Genius Invocation TCG. Are you an interested supplier? For your back, you can wet a kitchen towel to put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it or refrigerate it at night before stream. Not a bad idea. I don't have an enormous freezer, but I bet that would work. I could just fold it up. We keep on, like, totally running out of room in our freezer. It's hard to throw stuff away. I'd keep like 3 on deck in the fridge. That is a good idea, and it's like cost effective and eco, as they say. This is the underwater section of Fontaine. You can swim underwater anywhere in Fontaine as long as it's deep enough. You can't swim in other places in Genshin, just in Fontaine. Hello! We've got an underwater combat system. Oh, I got an achievement! Sweet! I can't see. Yay! Okay, now where are the things that I actually came to defeat? Stamina food.
Everyone hold hands. Our bond is strong. Oz, reveal thyself.
Yay! Okay. Okay, so that's done. And then I guess the other thing I was thinking about, so I finished the big quest down here, and there was a thing over here that I finished. So it's time for me to start up this quest that I kept walking past for no good reason, other than I didn't want to crowd up my quest list too much. Kitties. I wish we could pet you. I wish there was an animation where we could pet kitties. Or doggies. Oh, now the... Okay, I thought it was an actual daily reset, but it's just an in-game daily reset. In that case, I'm gonna do that first. Sorry, bozos. Boop. And then... How many more? There's like 3 more in this quest chain, I guess. Are we ever gonna get to go inside the house, I wonder? Traveler, look! Fresh fish and the floor looks clean too. Someone definitely just tidied up. That's good. There's someone in Benoit's house for sure. Let's go over and listen. He's right. He can't just disappear altogether. At the very least, he needs to be seen once in a while. Out on a walk or something like that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yep, they are hiding him. Wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I just figured out this is from patch 4.3. Not patch 4.2. Whatever. I'll finish this part of it at least. At the very least, he needs to be seen once in a while. Out on a walk or something like that. If nothing else, it'll stop the neighbors from calling the mice on guardian edge. I'd rather not have the Special Patrol's musketeers breathing down our necks. Dad, you really want to go out for a walk, don't you? Can I? Of course you can. Not only that, but we'd be delighted to come with you. Careful now. Don't let him use it as an opportunity to call for help. Those two weirdos have been watching this place like hawks. Oh, that's so spooky. Dad won't do that, I'm sure. Dad, you wouldn't want the mice on gardiennage to know. This is so scary. To know what? Why are they speaking so quietly? Paimon can't hear a thing. They're about to come out. Okay, we need to move a bit further away. This time we have to think of a way to speak with Benoit, right? Yep. Alright, let's scoot. How is it, Dad? Are you feeling any better now? It's you. Benoit. Help me. I mean, don't help me. What are you saying, Dad? What's all this help me, don't help me business? Hee hee. Oh, it's you two. No wonder Dad went out of his way to talk to you. You are acquainted after all. No, I don't. We don't know each other at all. No, but why would they be waiting here just for you then, Dad? They were even nice enough to get the paper for us. Why, they even went to the Flusandra to talk to our old neighbor, Snodgrass. I think you must be very close, and no wonder. You've always loved kids, haven't you, Dad? I love kids too, but I'm afraid I'm not as selfless as my father. I love my own child the most, but she's gone. Just what are you doing? Her child is gone? Athos and I are our father's children. Dad loves us, and we love him too. Isn't it obvious? Morticia, look at how lovely the weather is today. Perfect for a walk. So it is, Athos. Have you seen today's Steambird? There are quite a few interesting stories. Oh dear, I fear I haven't. There's one in particular about an old man who met an unfortunate end. Unfortunately, he encountered some thieves, and there was no one by his side looking out for him. He ended up falling off a cliff and died. Oh really, the horror, that's so terrible. And another about a very unlucky merchant who drowned. It seems he drank too much and walked into a lake in a stupor, and just like that, he drowned. Ah, my word, truly unlucky. And this last one is very interesting. It's about a middling busybody who just couldn't keep their nose out of other people's business. She accidentally took the wrong medicine. She mistook poison for medicine for her illness, and just like that, swallowed the lot, and then ended up dying very, very painfully. Oh my, there really are so many ways to die. Please go on. Sorry, I won't ever do that again. Whatever are you talking about, Dad? We're not trying to say it's your fault or anything. But you must be tired after running around so much. Athos, why don't we go back and read the newspaper to Dad? You subscribe to a lot of papers, don't you, Dad? That's right. We've been chatting long enough. We ought to go back now. Let's go back together, Daddy dearest. Spooky. Something's fishy. Something's fishy. Even Paimon can't tell there's something off about all this. Traveler, you're the brighter spark here. What should we do next? Benoit wants help, but insists he doesn't. That couple may have come from the Flusandra. From the reactions, I'd say that there are some hidden factors at work. Yeah. I have some theories, but no evidence to back them up. Then how about we go take another look around near Benoit's house? Wasn't there a strange box by his back window? There's definitely something hidden in there. And it might just be the proof you're looking for. Okay. Oh, there's something to pick up first. Eee. And here. Wait, whoops, wrong way. Hello, Nana. Bloop. Considering how persistent you two are, I didn't expect you to just leave it at that. I thought you'd go running to the mice en gardenage, but you didn't. Looks like you have a few ideas of your own. How are you two actually related to Benoit? To tell you the truth, you've impressed me quite a bit. If you'd only put your enthusiasm to better use, you'd have bright futures ahead of you. It's just a shame that you won't be getting anywhere with this. You really aren't afraid, are you? You picked the wrong person to intimidate. Oh, so do you really not have a clue what's going on here? Or is it because you think you're on the side of justice? Incidentally, there was an article recently about a merchant who was drowned. His name was Brant. That fellow sure had a way with words, all right. Guess what? According to the paper, it turns out he didn't drown after all, but was in fact murdered and thrown into the lake. After a very long investigation, all that the Marechaussee Phantom was able to conclude was that he was murdered, and that the murderer was guilty of a heinous crime. So that's what the news report said. Who knows what actually happened, or even which one of them deserved to die more, the murderer or the victim? Tough question, isn't it? I haven't decided what the answer is yet, either. Anyway, I digress. This has nothing to do with what we need to discuss. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that acting recklessly before you've fully understood a situation is foolish, and might bring about some undesirable consequences. These say the same thing, whatever, whenever I witness them, just as I take action. Haha. Well, perhaps if we'd met under different circumstances, we'd be friends. Though I like the way you think. I have things to do. This is as far as my patience can be stretched. Next time I see you two anywhere near my house, I'll do something about it. Mark my words. After muttering something inexplicable, Athos leaves. His bizarre attitude surprises you, and you start to wonder what position you should take in the matter. You suddenly hear a faint tapping sound coming from the back window, and then after a barely audible creak, a note drops down from the window. Ooh. There is brown writing on the note. It looks like someone wrote it in a real hurry, and it appears that they used coffee to do so. Quick, see what it says! Wow, all that with just coffee. Incredible. Help me please, they're criminals, scum trying to swindle me of my property. Their plan was revealed and now they've got me trapped in my own home, hoping to coerce me into submission. Help me please. I'll find some chance to escape, so please cooperate with me. The day I am ready, I will place bull fruit into the cat food bowl at my door. That day I ask you to come get me at the rear window of my house. Please, I beg of you, save me, otherwise I fear that I shall be tortured to death. Oh, that's freaky. It's Benoit! Shh. Sorry. Anyway, let's keep an eye out for the food bowl and wait for his signal. I swear, these world quests are so good. Okay, it's still fish. Wild. Oops. Okay. I'm trying to remember why I started that quest. Because I've been actually really, really strict about making sure I only touch 4.2 stuff and nothing later. How funny. I think it was probably because I might have been confused at one point, and I thought 4.2 was the one I was on, or I thought 4.3 was the one I was on. Okay, so... Do. Ah. Not sure. Well, why not do some Spiral Abyss? Might as well. I'm gonna give it a go on floor 11, even though I'm still not at the point where I'm really comfortable. I'm generally able to almost 100% floor 11. Let's see how we do. Geo damage bonus? Okay. I don't really have any Geo teams. I've got Zhongli and I've got a almost built Navia. Maybe Aggravate on the first team. And then... Wait a second. I've got confused. Aggravate is this. Okay, and then am I able to... Well... I should probably just run basic Sucrose National on the third. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Looks good to me. I don't really want that to be floating around me. Oh well, I can't take it off in the middle of the Spiral Abyss, unfortunately. That was weird.
Solidified! No rest for the wicked.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Speed of light. Hey, cut to the chase.
This is order. Stabilize.
Incoming.
As you wish, main.
Sharing my knowledge. Speed of light.
I will have order.
By royal decree. Hey! Nowhere to hide. Midnight phantasmical.
Hopefully that actually hit them.
Make yourself a home. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Odds reveal thyself.
Gather.
There we go.
Going in. Know my sword. Witness the power of Kuki. Goba, get them. Stand clear. Hey, yeah. Nice and help! Leader is attacking. Animal test 6308. Yeah. Off we go. Everybody stand back! Not good.
Yikes.
Time to act. Huh? Let me weave you a bird. Out of the frying pan, it's... Eat this! it up! Ring cutter!
This is annoying.
The frying pan!
I was hoping I wouldn't have to use any ults to get rid of the rest of them. Oopsies. My Shinsho's gonna have a really low ult charge.
Speed of light! Hey!
Hold on a second. I've never done these before. Shunwen Beast. An illuminated beast that dwells deep within the mountains. Use elemental reactions to freeze this creature. I didn't... And use shatter, melt, or other elemental reactions to break the ice and render it immobile temporarily. That's great. Love it.
I summon thee!
And more than that? Hello.
Share my knowledge! Incoming!
Whatever, I'll just kill you guys anyway.
This is order.
Shadow Raven! Everyone hold hands!
There's the other one.
Make yourselves at home! Don't blink! Cut to the chase!
Stabilize. I will have order.
Speed of light!
There we go. Okay.
No, my sword!
What the heck are you?
Goba, get them!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Ha! Adventure time! Body and mind.
Please give me some energy. Ah! Everything sucks.
Stand clear!
And I didn't get the burst properly, I'm pretty sure.
Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up!
The heck is all this?
Get them! Absorption test!
Okay, we got this. We got this.
Let's light
We
it
got
up! No,
this.
my sword!
Do I need to kill that? Probably.
Stand clear! Eat this!
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Okay, I've seen you before.
Absorption test!
Let's light it up!
Animal test 6308!
Okay, we can do this. We can do
Everybody
this.
stand back! Ring cutter!
Nice and spicy! Stand clear!
Adventure time! Let's light it up!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Ah!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
We can do it.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Absorption test! You're toast!
Let's light
Dead
it up!
meat. Yippee! Okay. I don't know what order I should be doing all this stuff in, but
Incoming! Good?
Gather.
Odds revealed by... Hey! Share my knowledge! Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
they're really
This is
strong.
Stabilize.
Wings of darkness! Everyone hold hands! Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
Die, 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 die.
I will have order. Gather.
Grow, grow, grow. Speed of light.
Yay! Okay. Oof, Nahida. Where is everybody's burst at, I wonder?
Nice and spicy.
Let's light it up.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Going in.
Ring cutter. Boba, get them. Stand, don't break my glasses.
Huh?
Absorption test. I'm surprised here.
Oh, this sucks.
Teamwork
You die
is
now.
dreamwork. Let's let me read you a verse.
Boba, get them. Animo test 6308. You're toast. Animal hypostasis emulation.
Woohoo! I got 100% on floor 11! I'm not touching floor 12 yet. One thing at a time. I think I'll be wrapping up stream there. Things are slowing down, it looks like, on the viewer side. That's alright. I just really need to be more prepared next time for sweaty chair syndrome. Sweaty chair syndrome is not to be taken lightly. Good stuff. Alright. It was fun to blab about Archon quest things and Furina things. It's really wild to...
stirs up any trouble.
Yes, yes,
I'll
yes,
drag
yes.
every
I feel like Nahida is better for having in the background when I'm wrapping up stream. It's really weird that I'm done with the Archon quest and there's no more Archon quests left for me to do. It's been a year of me having Archon quests staring at me, waiting for me to do them. So this is just wild. I'm finally basically caught up on that stuff. I still do have some story quests left. I need to do Navias and Shinyans and Chioris. I was actually doing a little bit of hangouts. As you can see, I have not touched a lot of these, but I did Bennett's like half a year ago. I actually did a little bit of Chungyuns, so those exist. I don't know. I still don't know what to think of them. I don't know if it's really entertaining enough to bother with it at all. Like, even knowing that I get Primo Gems from it. If I wasn't so behind, it would be easier to do them, if that makes any sense. But knowing I have a huge backlog makes it kind of rough. Anyway, you can definitely catch my next stream on Wednesday. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless something else comes up. But I have been streaming pretty consistently. Most of it's Genshin, but last week I did Mahjong Soul. I played some Reach Mahjong. I think I might dive back into Reverse 1999. It's possible that I will stream Reverse 99 either this Wednesday or this Friday, because there's going to be a new character dropping that I'm really excited about. I don't know if I'm going to wish on stream. I probably won't. I'll probably use that rule of no wishing on stream. I'll use that rule for Reverse 1999 as well. But anyway, if you watched this, thank you so much, whether it was live or whether it's on a VOD. You can follow me on YouTube and see the VODs there, ShinyBotTV. And you can follow my updates on Twitter or X at ShinyBotTV. And if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, you should check out my Twitch live streams, ShinyBotTV there as well. For now, thanks again, and everyone have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Make sure your needs are being communicated. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.